but also help drive future enhanced solutions to address evolving.
All right, guys, we're in Portland, Oregon. Full self-driving. We're in the Tesla Model Y. We are gonna sit back, relax, gonna listen to some investing talk on YouTube, and let the car do its thing. It's basically 5 p.m. and we're gonna have some traffic. Got a guy trying to cross the road on a bike right now, person crossing the street, and this guy is just oh, and the car said forget that guy, we're going. Wow, I kind of thought we'd be stopped there forever, but he was stopped, he wasn't moving, and the car went for it. Yeah, I was worried the car was going to sit there for a long time waiting for him to make a decision, but it went for it. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of traffic. I'm not going to talk the whole time, but let's record for a little bit and watch how it handles rush hour traffic in Portland, Oregon. We got some congestion in front. A bus stopped. I know it wants to merge left, but there's just so many cars, so we're gonna be waiting. And now we're off again. If there wasn't anyone in the left lane, normally it would have just merged left.
Cybersecurity in the context of dealing or managing AI, but you also need energy solutions with cybersecurity as well. Okay, so AMD is interviewing Lisa Su, so there's no way they're going to give me the results.
And there it is.
I'm gonna have to find this online.
Oh, and it just slammed the brakes on pretty hard. So it merged well, but a little aggressive, but I guess that was his best option. I had a little bit of an aggressive stop.
Oh, here we go. Thank you for this in the chat. So net income, 357 million. Q4 revenue, 2.18 billion. So they beat on expectations. Q4 EPS, $1. It looks like they might have missed on EPS. Let's see if I can pull it up somewhere else as well. We should get the results soon right here. Palo Alto. Okay, here we go. So Q1 is 147 to 149 of EPS, which is beating 142, so they beat on EPS. That's good. Yeah, they beat on EPS. They beat on EPS by 6 cents officially. That's good. And then revenue was 2.1 billion, which came in line with expectations. Oh no, here it is. Sorry, that was the guide. Sorry guys, let me say it again. Okay, so EPS was 141 expected, they did 151. They beat by 10 cents. Revenue was 2.16 billion expected, they did 2.19 billion. So it's a beat on the top and the bottom. That's it. A beat on the top and the bottom line. The guidance they give for the next quarter seems to be in line. Doesn't seem to be too far off from what the street expected, but the overall quarter was good. Yeah, guidance is 5 cents ahead of expectations for next quarter, and then revenues is basically in line or 30 million ahead of what the street expected at 2.1 billion. They're expecting 2.1 to 2.13 billion. So there you go. Up 4.5%. Not bad. Not bad. That is not bad. There's the results right there from Jed. Thank you, Jed. Not bad at all. This is really good. Let's see CrowdStrike. Is CrowdStrike
all right? Got a tow truck kind of halfway in our lane. But yeah, we had some traffic in the right lane, so it couldn't really move around without hitting that next lane, so it waited. I think if there wasn't any traffic in the right lane, it would have merged over a little bit more, I believe. It tends to make the right decisions. Like there was an accident today, and there was a car in the road to the right, and it maneuvered around it. There was a puddle. I'll post that video later. There was a puddle in the middle of the road. It maneuvered around that. It tends to make the right decisions.
Okay, here we go. Here are their results. I voted for pump after it started running. So Okay, while I pull up the results, let's listen to Lisa Su. She's on AMD. She's on CBC. Probably should get to hear what she has to say, and then we'll get back to Palo Alto.
For your speed to market in the data center.
Absolutely. John, great to see you this afternoon. And, you know, it's a big day for AMD. We're really excited with the announcement about the acquisition of ZT Systems. You know, ZT Systems is one of the, most capable hyperscale solutions providers. And they're really focused on, the largest data centers in the world. So if you think about our strategy, our strategy is about high performance computing and AI as the largest growth vector for us over the next couple of years. And we've talked about the size of this AI TAM. We believe the AI TAM in data center accelerators alone is over 400 billion by 2027. It's a huge opportunity, and we've been investing for the long run and investing in that strategy. So it's about our silicon solutions, which are really capable, our software solutions, which are really capable, and now we add sort of the third leg of that stool, which is the system solutions that really wraps it all together. So it's really exciting opportunity for us, and great team that we're bringing on board.
Lisa, color that in a little bit for me, because a lot of people, I think about, well, AI as, okay, just sell a bunch of chips, sell as many as you can. But it seems to me more like, you can't just sell couches, sectional couches. You got to have the right color. The customer has to know that it fits within their space. How do things like cooling or even designing for specific applications fit into the capabilities that ZT is going to give you, and perhaps you imagine allow you to sell more of AMD's AI solutions into the marketplace?
Okay, so this is a really important question, because AMD, for those that missed it, they basically acquired a company that's their version of SMCI and is vertically integrating it. This is really important because SMCI raised their guidance by $3 billion. I think understanding her answer here lets us understand how important SMCI guidance is for NVIDIA, and it probably gives a clue into why they acquired this company and what it means for the broader chip adoption growth over the next 5 years.
Yeah, it's a great point. And, look, we have invested in all of the pieces. And so when you think about the components, the chips are really important. The software is super important because it helps, developers really, access the capability through applications. But then when you think about the data centers of tomorrow, we're talking about data centers that have like hundreds of thousands of servers in them. And they really need to be, really fully optimized from silicon to software to systems. That's what ZT Systems does for us. It really adds, sort of that end-to-end capability. And, I like your analogy. It's not about, just the couch. Yes, the couch has to be great, but frankly, you need the entire house to be, all put together with all the pieces. And when we look forward, what we're seeing is that you actually optimize each of those pieces, silicon, software, and solutions together. One of the things that's really important, John, is, look, we love the open ecosystem. We're all about enabling, not just our own solutions, but really enabling our entire ecosystem of OEM and manufacturing partners. And so we're still going to do all that. We're just going to come with really a very, very strong foundation to build the largest data centers in the world.
And when
I love Lisa Su, dude. She is awesome. Absolute rock star CEO. That was a phenomenal answer. It justifies why they're spending the money on this. And it really proves why the vertical integration is bullish. I mean, you would think if you spend $5 billion, your stock takes a little bit of a hit. Investors in general just don't love, dishing out that much money. But she's basically telling investors, nope, this is going to make us more effective and it's going to increase our growth. And that's why you should buy our stock. So up 4.5% for AMD. Here is Palo Alto's deck. So their argument is we focused execution against top line targets. Net ARR is up 43% year over year. Remaining performance obligations up 20% year over year. Total revenue up 12% year over year. Building off a big base, which is not bad. I mean, dude, $2 billion a quarter is it's pretty incredible. Balanced with strong profitability and cash generation. Operating margin is up 320 bips. EPS up 5% year over year. Adjusted free cash flow margin at 38.9%. That is incredible. I mean, if they get that to 40% in the next 3 quarters, then I think the streets are really going to love that. And then adjusted free cash flow, $3.12 billion. That's up 17% year over year. This is an incredible quarter. Incredible quarter. Palo Alto now is up 2.8%. It was up 4%. I don't know if Palo Alto is super expensive. I've never really deep dived into them. PE is 62. Price to sales is 14. Definitely just looking at those numbers feels a little pricey, which is why you're probably not seeing a 10-15% move, because the stock is, you could argue, price for perfection. But these are incredible numbers, and it shows that cybersecurity is not going anywhere. It is absolutely knackling everywhere. They get on average 2 million per customer, which is up 10% in the past 3 quarters, or past 2 quarters. And platformization.
It's wanting to merge. It changed its mind.
The current quarter. It's not bad, dude. Not bad at all. 700 million ARR in their cloud security business. This is basically what Wiz is doing. So they're making 700 million annual recurring revenue in just cloud security. Wiz almost got bought out for 23 billion by Google for doing 500 million in cloud security. Wiz now doesn't want to get bought out. They want to go public and do $1 billion in ARR just on cloud security. Palo Alto is doing 700 million out of their 2.1 billion just on the part that Wiz was going to get bought out for 23 billion. So if you just look at some of the multiples attached to this, Wiz is 20% of Palo Alto's market cap, doing 200 million less in revenue that Palo Alto is doing in just one sector of their entire business. It really does feel like cybersecurity is just getting started, and it's not really ending, at least over the next decade, as technology improves, and obviously as AI becomes more important as well. S&P 500 officially closes up 1% on the day. The S&P 500 is on an 8-day win streak. This is the 50.
Again, it wanted to merge, but changed its mind. Because conditions changed, the car that was slow in front ended up turning.
I think we'll have a Palo Alto interview later today as well with the CEO, so we'll look at that either tomorrow morning or maybe a little bit later today, and we'll see what he says. But I'm assuming he's going to make some arguments that are throwing a little bit of shade at CrowdStrike and basically just saying that we are the leaders when it comes to security. Now, CrowdStrike's still the leader in endpoint security. I don't think they're going to be competed away there, but I would imagine Palo Alto got some more business from CrowdStrike. All right, let's get to AMD, or not AMD, Palo Alto earnings. Let me pull this up. We have an update on that.
I would think it'd want to merge now.
Saying there, but overall, man, we needed Palo Alto to have a good day. It's obviously not as important as they
I predict it will merge soon, right? Nope.
Do you want to invest but don't know where to start? Check out the Webull app, an easy-to-use trading platform that allows you to invest with as little as $5. And it offers educational resources and even a trading simulator to help you increase your investing knowledge. When you open and fund a new account, you'll receive free stocks. Go and give it a try today.
I think I just found the most addicting game out there. This is Football Head Coach 24, where you can create and build your very own team. In this brand new season, you can train the players, choose your tactics, and play against other coaches. My favorite part is that you can open player packs and collect your favorite players. It's been a couple weeks of playing, and I'm not putting this game.
Put up some good numbers.
The stock is up better than 3% in overtime. Kate Robbins has the numbers. Kate?
Hi there, John. Yeah, this is a better than expected Q4 for Palo Alto. Beat on the top and bottom lines. EPS $1.51 adjusted. That is a 10-cent beat. Revenues $2.19 billion, better than the $2.16 billion that analysts were looking for. The company also issuing some strong guidance for Q1 and full year. Q1 EPS in a range of $1.47 to $1.49, higher than the $1.43 estimated. Revenues $2.10 billion to $2.13 billion. That is also better than expected. Full year EPS range $6.19 to $6.31, higher than the $6.19 analysts were estimating. Revenues in a range of $9.10 billion to $9.15 billion. Better also than the estimates of $9.11 billion projected by analysts. And also note here, as you mentioned, the stock higher by more than 2.5%. The board of directors authorizing an additional $500 million for share repurchases there, and investors obviously liking that news. John, back over to you.
All right, more to come for sure.
Not bad at all for today. Not bad at all. Where's Palo Alto? Palo Alto now after the bell up 3.38%. All right, so we got a little bit of capitulation today, which is the next thing I want to talk about, from not a bear, but someone who's been bearish. And last week, I actually said on this very show, hey, I am looking for 2 people to get back into the market, or at least be bullish about the market. One of those people was me, Kevin. I still think he is doubling down on his bearishness. I don't think we've seen the pivot yet. The other person was Dan Niles. And today, Dan puts out a tweet. So let's read what he has to say. Clearly, I was not expecting last week's rally, which was driven by no financial fallout from the Japanese carry-in trade, de-escalation of the conflict in the Middle East despite my belief of increased potential for strikes by Iran, inflation data that continues to point towards lower CPI and PPI, and then solid economic data points both macro, like retail sales, and company-specific, such as Cisco and Walmart, had a good earnings. Two things for this week. This week, we have the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium with U.S. Fed Chair Powell speaking on Friday. It is likely to give more clues as to the pace of the current global easing cycle by central banks. Again, if you missed it or you're just joining, Evercore reported that Powell is likely going to signal a 50 basis points cut. Will that happen? We'll find out on Friday. But it does seem like there are some rumblings in the air that they want to lower rates by 50 bips. Given the recent yen turmoil, central bankers are not likely to say much that is not supportive and soothing to the financial markets, aka Japan's not going to raise rates or say anything that's going to make you feel like they would raise rates. Second, the following week has the results and more importantly the guidance of Nvidia. I believe July quarterly results will be strong, but given the push out of their Blackwell chip and weak export data from Taiwan, I am somewhat concerned about their guidance for the October quarter. While I believe the first down sequential quarter will occur only after Blackwell starts shipping in volume, being more circumspect.
All right. Let's see how FSD handles this one vehicle per green. Looks like there's two lanes here, but we've pretty much taken up the middle lane. All right, and we went on green. Time to merge onto the freeway here. This is the bridge from Oregon to Washington. Let's see how many lanes it wants to merge. I would hope that it would do another lane minimum to get into a lane that's not trying to... There we go. All right. Pretty smooth. You know, I know a lot of this video was, you know, just stop and go traffic. You did see a couple situations of it, you know, merging, or how it wanted to merge for different situations. It is nice when you're in traffic just to shut off your brain and let the car self-drive. You know, because when you're in traffic and you're in control, you're making, you know, over the course of an hour, hundreds of decisions. You know, stopping, going, stopping, going, stopping, going. Those are just decisions you're making. You know, and over the course of that, a long period of time, it could be, you know, hundreds of decisions your mind has to make. And we don't think about it that way, but it's true. Especially after a long day, or if you're on your way to work. Maybe you just want to enjoy a coffee or a water and shut your brain off. You know, that's some of the benefits of full self-driving. Nothing's better than driving to work, putting on full self-driving, shutting your brain off, and just sipping on your coffee as your car handles your commute. Or after a long day at work, just being able to shut your brain off, not have to think about traffic, and just, you know, stare at the scenery in the background, or, you know, just think about how your day went. So it is nice not to have to make all those decisions, you know. It can get annoying being in stop and go traffic and having to, you know, and then constantly using your foot, your leg muscles to, you know, make changes. So you're using your mind for hundreds of decisions, but you're also, you know, using your feet and legs on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. You can't see my legs now, but they're crossed, they're resting on the ground. Hands are off the wheel. I don't have to turn. I don't have to make any adjustments on the steering wheel. I don't have to make any mental adjustments. and I don't have to make any adjustments with the brake and gas. So I'm chilling, just staring off into the background, you know, keeping an eye on the car in front here and there, just to make sure the car's, you know, making the right decisions, and that's it. Thanks for watching. From here on out, the traffic's pretty much, you know, gonna die down for the most part. So thanks for watching.